Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Get to Know Kelowna. I'm your host, Darcy Fiander. I'm a realtor with Vantage West Realty. And today I have joining me Kim Thomas. She is the owner of Rome Vacation Rentals. They are a local to the Okanagan Airbnb short-term rental, basically one-stop shop for anybody who's looking to get some assistance getting one up and running, getting some numbers on what they could do in terms of revenue. And I'm super excited to have her on today. I know she's got a lot of experience. And she's helped me with a bunch of my clients personally. Obviously, we are an investment-focused real estate firm, so having her on board with us is fantastic. And I'm happy to have you here today. So thanks for joining me, Kim.
Nice to be on with you today. Thanks for having me.
Right on. Hey, not a problem. So let's dive in a little bit. I mean, I gave a brief little touch on what you do, but can you describe your business in a bit more detail?
Yeah, so we're, pardon me, we're primarily a short-term rental management company, but we do offer a wide array of different services to our clients. One of them is staging and design. We also run a contracting firm, a design build contracting firm. So we offer renovations and design builds as well in investment properties and consulting.
Amazing. And you have been doing this for about 10 years. Where are you originally from? Are you from the Okanagan, born and raised, or where are you from?
No, I'm an island girl. I'm originally from Victoria, BC. I had a short stint in Vancouver and then ended up in Kelowna. So yeah. And, I grew up in actually the Queen Charlotte Islands. So and then
up north. Wow.
Yeah.
I've been fishing up there. There's some good salmon fishing for sure in the Queen Charlottes.
Yeah. If you don't mind the swells.
Yeah. That's funny. Most people either go from the Okanagan to the island. You went the other way, it sounds like.
I went the other way. Yeah. I was sick of the rain, came up to the Okanagan. Yeah.
And no regrets? You like it here?
Oh, I miss the ocean, I mean, I definitely miss the ocean, but no, I love the Four Seasons here and I love the business community up here. And yeah, no, I consider myself more of an Okanagan girl at heart now. So
nice. Yeah, I'm from North Vancouver. Same thing. The ocean was the thing that held me there for the longest, but the lake here is pretty good too.
Yeah.
And what made you get into vacation rental management?
Oh, it's pretty much a side hustle turned career story, kind of your typical one of those, I mean, we ran our own investment properties for a long time, and got into short-term rental management of our own properties, and then we got more into the design and staging of our own properties and saw, the difference that it made in our ROI and, how much cash flow was coming in off of the alterations we were making to them. We've been operating, as I said, a design build contracting firm, for over 10 years as well. And yeah, I just made the decision to jump into my passion, full time as a career, and took the leap. And yeah, no regrets. Yeah, it's been a really great journey.
Good for you. And what was it like when you first started? Was it difficult? Did it fly right away? How was it?
It's funny. I mean, I think as far as, chaos and bottlenecks and all that stuff you run into with a new business, we kind of went through that with our contracting company a long time ago. So we learned our lessons, with a lot of operational stuff. So it wasn't as chaotic as it probably would be for a new business owner. That said, we did have some bottlenecks come up, and the first year or so was definitely a lot of busy work and running around and such. I've been able to step away from that quite rapidly, and build systems, to ensure that I'm in the right role, right? So, because it doesn't do any of my staff or and any of my clients any favors if I'm running around doing busy work, right? So yeah. I mean, it started out a little bit busy, but I mean, I think we've managed to build the systems fairly swiftly, and yeah, no, I'm loving it. Yeah, I haven't had a negative experience yet, so.
Good for you. And yeah, based on my experience with you, you've obviously got the right people in the right places, because you always get back to me quickly, and that's something I really appreciate. So
that's where I need to be, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If I'm running around in my car doing busy work, that doesn't do anybody, any favors, right? So yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, operations are kind of a passion of mine as well. I like to build systems, so yeah, I've done that quite a bit, with launch. So
nice. And what has surprised you the most running this business?
Oh, definitely. I would say just how quickly things are scaling. Honestly, the Okanagan market is growing so fast. There's just the sheer number of investors buying up property in Kelowna right now. And they're buying up multiple properties in the same developments, and they need things launched rapidly. I find that really shocking. I wasn't expecting that, to happen through COVID. I thought, we might have a bit of a slow go here this year and pick up a few listings and kind of, have some time, right, to get things the way we want them running. And that's not what happened. It scaled quite rapidly. So yeah. And another thing that's really surprised me about the industry is just with COVID, the remote work movements completely changed the market here quite rapidly. We used to be quite seasonal, and a lot of people used to put, well, they still do put tenants in for the off season. And we're finding with specific properties, not all properties, but with specific properties, you really don't need to do that anymore, right? Because there's so many remote workers moving around now. A lot of those, corporations have realized that the fixed costs of running those big offices, it's not something they want to return to. And people are, they're still working, but they're moving all over the place and traveling. So yeah, we've been able to leverage that quite a bit, even this past season.
Amazing. That's great. It took everybody by surprise, I think, what's been happening in the real estate market as a whole. Obviously, I consider short-term rentals a part of it for sure. What are your greatest challenges that you've had so far running this business?
Oh, I'd have to say we have a really specific vision and mission for our company, and we use cleaning contractors and we use contractors for some, tasks. And even when you're talking about bringing on team members, finding people that match, align with your vision and your mission, right? And understand it, right? And that's been a real challenge. A lot of industries, in the Okanagan, I'm sure are facing recruitment challenges themselves, right? So really great example is cleaning companies, right? They have really high turnover. It can be hard to hang on to staff. It can be hard for them to bring staff on right now. So yeah, consistency is really important to us, especially, across our listing inventory. We want to be providing the same level of service for our guests. And so we've had to really fine tune our systems and our onboarding, and our management of that, just to make sure that our standards never drop.
And working through those challenges, obviously that takes some effort. What motivates you to keep pushing through all of that?
I just have a passion for hospitality, but I have a passion for real estate investment as well. I mean, that's how we've built our portfolio. That's how we've advanced. As I'm sure not a lot of us have pensions, right? Pensions are becoming a thing of the past for most people, right? So we have to build our own. And I'm really passionate just about how rapidly you can grow your real estate portfolio running short-term rentals, right? As opposed to other investments. I know there's a lot of other investment opportunities out there, but with what we've experienced, I really want to share my knowledge with our clients and show them just, how much cash flow we can bring off a property if it's done properly. So yeah, and I worked in hotel and spa management for many years, and I just have extremely high standards and a real passion for creating a positive and 5-star guest experience for our guests. So yeah, that's something that keeps me going as well. Definitely the reviews, when we get great reviews and, we get acknowledged for our hard work, it's really motivating for me.
Yeah, it's rewarding for a lot of people, seeing what other people say about their hard work. So that's great. And you've got some staff working for you as well. So what do you do to keep them motivated as well?
Oh gosh, I mean, yeah, again, I mean, we recruit team members that have the same vision as us. One of those visions is growth, right? It's scale, right? So I bring people on that want to stay with us for the long haul, and they want to scale with us. And a really important thing for me is also the development of my team members. I want to make sure that they're growing personally and individually as well. And if that means that they outgrow us, that's fine, right? But that's really important to me. We do have incentive programs as well for our staff, that we've brought in. We have incentive programs for all of our contractors as well, yeah, I mean, it's important for me to create systems as well to make their job easier, right? If I'm doing my job properly and, I'm solving the bottlenecks and I'm creating systems every time we do 2 or 3 repetitive tasks, that makes their job easier and they can develop and advance faster. So yeah.
And what would you say something that most people don't know about your business is?
Probably that we also run a design build contracting firm and we do renovations. So when we do launches, and we have a couple of these coming down the pipeline right now, we can help the client, you know, even before the sale of the property, even before they decide to choose the property, we can assist them, you know, along with their realtor along that journey, find a suitable property. We can discuss quoting out renovation work. We can discuss quoting out the design, the staging, the launch. You know, we kind of run, just like you said, as a one-stop shop, but it also includes renovations and contracting as well, which I think a lot of people don't know. I think I need to do a little bit more work on my website because people seem to miss that part on there. So yeah.
Great. And I mean, now's a good time to share it. So that would be not necessarily just renovating to get the short-term rental in its highest and best use, but also if people just want to do a renovation to live in it or renovation to sell it. You guys do all of that on the contracting side of things?
Yeah, it's funny you asked that. So with our contracting firm, we actually several years ago decided to gear away from residential altogether. And so when you look at our contracting firm, you won't see it marketed as a residential firm. It's not, they're not even on the website. You know, there's no communication about that at all. And it's marketed primarily as a commercial contracting firm. And that's because we made the decision that we didn't want to do owner occupied renovations anymore on residential properties. So now what we will do is we'll do investment properties, and anything that's not owner occupied, you know, if investors are coming in and they need renovations done and something launched, we'll do that. But we won't do, you know, if somebody just needs a renovation done on their, you know, primary occupant, you know, primary residence, we don't do that type of work.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And you mentioned getting reviews. What do most customers say they love about your business?
Well, I mean, through COVID, cleanliness. Right, that's been
Nice.
You know, at the top of our reviews. I'm extremely meticulous about cleanliness in our listings. I have children. I'm a bit of, you know, I'm a mom. I'm a germaphobe. You know, that way where, you know, things need to be flawless and clean. So we get a lot of positive reviews with that. We really make sure, like, one of my goals is to always make sure that our listing is very similar to staying in a hotel, as far as the bedding goes, the towels go, the products go, you know, how organized things are. It really needs to be a 5-star experience. And the majority of our reviews do come in, you know, reflecting that. We also stage our spaces quite beautifully. Quite a few of our properties are themed out. Not all of them, you know, some of our clients don't want to do that. But we do get some great reviews on our staging and design. We try and create a unique guest experience because that's really where the industry is going to compete. You know, your staging and design of your space really is paramount to getting a higher cash flow in and to impressing those guests and getting those 5-star reviews.
Great. And what are your goals for the next year with this business?
Oh, definitely to further develop our systems to scale, to bring on the right listings that match our guest avatar. So we have a chosen guest avatar. That said, it's not the only type of guest that we host. You know, it's kind of like, you know, a target. You know, the middle is our primary one that we target, and then we get, you know, flow of other guests in as well. But we target the family traveler. We find hosting them is just really quite enjoyable. You know, they don't party, right? Because we're a beach town. You know, you can run into, you know, party groups and such and listings, and we try and avoid that at all costs. And I mean, we do have ways that we do avoid that as well. But yeah, when we're scaling, we want to make sure that we're picking up listings that are well suited to the family traveler, and that we can equip well, and that we can ensure are safe. We want to bring on more team members that share our vision and our goals for growth and the type of growth that we want to see, and just continue to solve our clients and our guests' pain points, you know, because that's why we're here, right? And that said, you know, we do also have a listing brand called Rome Destinations, and that's where you can find our family listings, our suitable family listings that guests can go and book.
Great. Yeah, I saw on your blog there one of the articles mentioning, you know, the sort of family-friendly Airbnb, and I thought that was an interesting take because, yeah, I'm sure that would be one of the better demographic of people to rent to, especially like you said, we're a bit of a beach town, so that would probably call out some of the people that you don't want staying in your Airbnbs there.
It can be. And I mean, as I said, like, we're parents ourselves, and when you're traveling, the sheer volume of baby gear and kids gear you have to haul with you is
No kidding.
ridiculous, and it can become quite stressful. So we really try and minimize, you know, that for our guests, and equip our rentals, you know, to the best of our ability, so that they're not, you know, having to pack their cars and everything tight with baby gear and things that aren't really necessary to travel with if you can find an Airbnb with them. And another thing that can be tough for families to find are Airbnbs that are safe for kids, you know, and are safe for families. So that's important as well for us to ensure that, you know, we're setting them up safely for families.
Amazing. Anything exciting coming down the pipe that customers should know about?
You know, we have a few projects on the go. I don't know if I'm ready to share them yet, but if anybody wants to follow along and wait for the announcements on those, they can follow us on Instagram at Rome Vacation Rentals. It's the @ at Rome Vacation Rentals. The few projects that we actually do have coming down the line really are to solve our clients' pain points that we've picked up on, you know, within the past year of developing these relationships. And I'm excited to announce it. But I'm not ready to share it.
That's all right. So people are going to have to check back in at a later date. That's okay. You mentioned it, Instagram. Any other good ways for people to reach you guys if they want to sign up as a client or get more information on your services? What's the best way for people to reach you?
Yeah, they can go to our website. It's www.romevacationrentals.com. They can reach me by email at booked@romevacationrentals.com. Or again, they can go to our Instagram and our social. It's at Rome Vacation Rentals.
Awesome. That's great. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining me. This has been great to get to know you a little bit better, to know your business a little bit better. And I appreciate you spending the time.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
No problem. And everybody, that was another episode of Get to Know Kelowna. Again, I'm your host. My name is Darcy. I'm a realtor with Vantage West Realty. And to learn more about local professionals, local businesses, and to get some insights on some local deals, you can check out my website at www.parkbench.com/Kelowna. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.